Hi, I'm Gretchen, and I'm a channel of Christ Consciousness. And I have been nudged to bring you a message tonight. So, if somebody needs to hear this. If you found it, then it's probably for you. I'm going to read the message and then we'll talk a little bit about it afterwards. Okay, this conversation should be about oneness and wholeness. Please tell them that we are all one, and each human, animal, and plant is a perspective of the true source. Each person has a gift or is a gift to those around them. Most are trapped in their mind, but living and being is much more than that. Our mind is the keeper of the facts and memories. It is rational and irrational. It is influenced by feelings and emotions. The part of you that is a part of the one collective is calm, wise, loving, safe, and whole. All the things that factor into an abundant life. Getting aligned with that authentic version of you is easy. Just do the next inspired thing. Not the next thing your mind tells you to, but the next inspired thing you feel in your heart that is right. Give these words to the collective now. They will help someone who really needs it tonight. So, it is a interesting theory or an interesting idea that we are one with everything, but we are made up of the same things as everything. And we hear all the time in Christian religion that God made us and that he made us in his likeness, and that we are a part of him. And if you believe that the Holy Spirit resides in you, which is part of God, um, then it isn't a great leap to believe that we are all one. And um, more recently, I've just come to the conclusion, um, and it was something that I read and heard. It's just been coming over and over to be confirmed for me that we are all just individual perspectives of our source, of the one that we are um, from, that we look out and we see other people, but those other people are just, they're a part of the one source that we're a part of. And at their core, they are us. We are all one. We are all brought into this life with a particular gift, in a particular family, in a particular situation, and they say that we choose that we choose the gifts that we're going to come in with, and we choose the family that we're going to come in with, and the people that we're going to meet, and everything is planned out. We hear that in Christian theology too, that our lives are planned out before us, that God knows, where we're going and how we're going to get there and who we're going to meet along the way, and everything is planned. So it isn't, like I said, it isn't a leap to think that we are one, that we are created for a reason, um, or that we have special gifts in this lifetime. Um, Being trapped in your mind is something that we have to feed information to. Um, Memories, facts, experiences, things like that. But our mind is influenced by feelings and emotions. And if we are unsure or don't want to feel our feelings and push them away, um, then we bottle everything up. And then we aren't necessarily experiencing outside of our mind. We're not able to connect with our source, with our oneness, with our wholeness, with our authenticity, because we are constantly putting on a mask. We're constantly trying to be something we're not, whether that's not feeling a feeling. Um, we are not authentically expressing what we are because we are trapped in a trauma. Um, we're looping, we're trapped in a pattern. And so it's important to think about how influenced you are by your mind and make sure, well, not make sure, but think about um, feeling into your heart and using your heart as a compass. Um, Pay attention to how much you are experiencing outside of your mind, if that makes sense. I've been doing a lot of work on myself and my traumas, and I have recognized that I have become a lot calmer and I've been a lot more happy, um, or contented, I should say, more at peace with everything outside of me because I realize that everything outside of me is just, if it caused me discomfort, it's because of a perspective. We label things as being bad or being good, but those are labels and their perspective of what's going on. And all of that is determined by our past and the things that we've gone through, or the people around us who think, who tell us that things are good or bad, like our parents. Um, Having money is good, not having money is bad. Why is that? Why, for obvious reasons, because we all need money to survive. But I could have used a different example, sorry. But, having a big house is good, having a little house is bad. But for someone, having their own little house that hasn't had a house now has a house, having a little house is amazing because it's their own little house. It's your perspective that makes you unhappy in life. And so your perspective is something that is created in your mind. And so it's important to question why. Why do we have that perspective? Why are we passing judgment on others? Because they themselves they're part of us and they have a different perspective. They were brought in to this lifetime to have a different perspective. And so why do we judge other people's perspective? We're not meant to be cookie cutter copies of each other. Even though the media and advertising and marketing, they all want us to think that, there's something that we should have that we don't already have. Maybe we're not meant to have it. Maybe we're meant to have something way better. Keep that in mind. Oh, okay. Well, the next inspired thing, the way for a long time, I tried to figure out how to get into alignment. Um, and I'm talking about not alignment with a certain thing. I'm talking about an alignment in yourself, in your authentic self, um, and being aligned with your authenticity, uh, with the one, the whole, the all that is. Um, that is part of manifestation, obviously. That is how things are magnetized to you in your life. But getting in alignment is really not that hard. Um, I have the experience of being in alignment a lot, and I see angel numbers and I see um, things that show me that I'm in alignment all the time. Things that I've worked out with, over the long haul here, um, that show me that I'm in alignment But it's so easy. All you have to do is be yourself, be authentic, be you, um, and feel your feelings and, and process through them and choose the next best thing, the next right thing for you. Take inspired action on whatever you're feeling. But be careful that you're not doing this, it, you know, with your mind and your ego. Make sure that you're doing it with your heart, and alignment will come to you. And it's so easy and it's so simple, and we make it so hard. Um, so I know that someone needed to hear all those things tonight. And this is the first time that I've done a really long video, so it's a little bit being a little bit vulnerable. Um, but I was persuaded to, and I'm glad I did, and I hope that it helps somebody. And I plan to do some more of these longer videos in the future. If you liked it, please subscribe and like and do all the things. I will talk to you again soon. Have a good day.